everybody, it's William here. Today I wanted to shed some light as to why I made the decision to leave TikTok and Instagram. It's not a decision that I took lightly, and I want to be completely open and honest about why I made this choice. But before I dive into the topic, I'd like to clarify something important. I'm not seeking verbal support or comments like, I support you and your business. While your encouragement is appreciated, it's essential to understand the nature of doing a business. Just kind of imagine visiting a coffee shop or a restaurant for their services or products. You wouldn't go through a Starbucks drive-thru and say, I'm not looking to buy anything, I just want to say I support you. Similarly, my business exists to provide valuable services and expertise to those who genuinely need them. I'm also not interested in having people loiter on my channels. Think of it this way. When you visit a Starbucks or any establishment, they expect you to purchase something if you're using their facilities, like Wi-Fi. It's the same principle here with me. My aim is to offer services that can genuinely help individuals and families in the autism community. And additionally, I kindly request that if you decide to comment on my content, please ensure that you've watched the entire video. Often, comments are made without a full understanding of what the video entails, and that can lead to misunderstandings and misinterpretations. Again, please refrain from commenting until you've watched the entire video. Sometimes comments are based on assumptions about the video's content, missing essential details. I encourage you to engage only when you fully comprehended the information presented. I want to also take a moment to clarify why I don't actively seek advice from my followers. While I value your input and appreciate your willingness to help, several important factors come into play. Firstly, I have a people-pleasing tendency, which sometimes leads me to feel pressure to follow every piece of advice offered. And this can result in a cacophony of differing opinions, causing a lot of anxiety as I try to navigate through them all. I'm actively working on trusting my instincts and listening to my own advice. Secondly, not all advice is equal. Some suggestions may come from well-meaning individuals who lack the necessary knowledge and expertise in certain areas. And following misguided advice can lead to undesired outcomes. So I got to be selective in the guidance I heed. Additionally, some advice oversimplifies complex matters. Like one time when I asked how to support my business financially, I received responses like start a blog or join the TikTok Creator Fund. They're very valuable ideas, but they aren't magic solutions, and they require considerable effort and time to yield results. And moreover, it's important to understand that my services are not solely about money. Charging for my expertise signifies a commitment from those seeking my guidance. It's a way of ensuring that individuals are genuinely invested in the process of helping their autistic children. Lastly, I've encountered instances where people attempt to be overly friendly or pretend to be close acquaintances, seemingly believing that supporting my business is unnecessary. So, that's why it's important to remember that I value genuine support which goes beyond surface level interactions. Now, to go ahead and get started on why I decided to leave TikTok and Instagram. Well, simply put, it was horrible for my mental health. Will I ever come back? That depends. If people are willing to take my business seriously instead of just troll me or weasel their way in to get free services from me or just loiter on my page. But for the time being, it's just not worth sacrificing my mental health and well-being. You see, I never planned on being a social media sensation or starting a business around my experiences as an autistic individual. I was just sharing my story, being myself, and trying to connect with others who might relate. But things took an unexpected turn. My content, especially on Autism Awareness Day, gained massive attention. What happened next was both a blessing and a curse. Thousands of people reached out to me, demanding and begging for my help. Parents wanted advice on how to support their autistic children. Individuals wanted one-on-one chats, and others just wanted me to share my expertise, all for free. And I want to make it clear that I am more than willing to help, but there's a limit. I find myself inundated with messages and overwhelmed by the sheer volume of requests. The stress and frustration kept piling up. And here's the kicker. Nobody wanted to pay. I repeat, nobody. They wanted my knowledge, experience, and expertise for free. They'd find every possible way to avoid paying, even canceling payments on my website. People would ask questions directly, ignoring my bio request not to do so. Even when I provided links to my website or encouraged them to book calls with me, many did not follow through. They assumed that since they followed me, everything should be free. Some people tried to guilt trip me, making me feel selfish for wanting to be compensated for my time and expertise. They'd quote Bible verses and claim that I'm wrong for wanting compensation. I've had situations where I offered help if people would subscribe to my Patreon, and they've responded negatively, accusing me of being money focused. I've tried different approaches, including live broadcasts with captions specifying that I'd only respond to business inquiries or Patreon subscribers. Still, people would leave rude comments or rumors about me. When I tried to limit my responses to business inquiries, some followers accused me of ignoring them. Others spread rumors that I'd only talk if someone paid me to. The truth is, I faced backlash for trying to maintain a sustainable model. So in light of all this, I decided to step back from TikTok and Instagram. I need to focus on those who truly value my expertise and are willing to support me, whether it's through Patreon or other means. This decision wasn't easy, but it was necessary for my own well-being. So for those who understand and respect my decision, thank you. I can't say for sure if I'm quitting, but for the time being, I'm just reevaluating how I can engage with my community.